Yeah, what's going down today?
So we're working on the Datsun.
Oh, welcome back.
Yeah, so today we're going to paint the driver's door and both rocker panels because they're completely done. We finished the last layers on those guys last episode. And then now, so after we paint those, we're gonna then jump to the hood and straighten the hood all out and get it ready to lay the fourth and final layer.
Ooh.
And then we got like 99% of this whole thing done. We just gotta do the front lip, flares, fenders.
I'll say 90%.
Solid 80%. We're going down in percentage. All right, either way, it's getting done. All 9 pounds in the store.
Make sure these rockers don't fly away.
Yeah, so light.
Nope. Getting there all nice and deep light.
This is so thick, it's crazy.
What's that, Hardener?
Mm-hmm. Little reducer.
What type of gun do you like to use?
SATA jets. I have a 3000, a 5000, and a 4000. And I'm just using the 3000 because it's just a clear gun and it's got a bigger tip. This thing really itches my nipples. Got sensitive nipples.
Sending you guys off to the GoPro. Oh, damn. What's up? Catch y'all later.
Bye. Oh, I need my mask.
Dang, what's up?
Boom, I'm recording you now. What's up?
You're recording me, record you. Trippy, Inception.
But we got like 10-15 minutes we gotta wait in between coats for the door and the 2 rockers, so we're gonna run across the street.
And take you along on our journey.
Get a snack.
You ready?
I'm always ready.
So what's going on today?
Carbon fiber. That's all you need to know. For real, I'm not giving any more details. You'll figure it out. So right now we're just laying this center section. Obviously this isn't coming all the way out to the edges. On the other layers I was running the 60-inch wide carbon, which comes all the way to here, instead of the 50, which is this one. But what I'm actually gonna do is run this as one single center piece, and then right here there's a body line that runs up here. So I'm gonna cut off, because the 60 inches isn't enough to go all the way around, so I'm gonna have a seam somewhere. So I'll have a seam right on the body line, it'll look more natural. But so for right now, we're just gonna lay the center section, make sure that's perfect, then lay the sides, and then we'll lay the actual headlight bucket insides. So this center section will be the last, so there'll be a seam here, and then seam here. Same thing on the other side.
Yeah, I feel like that was a question too. They were curious to like, where would the seam be?
Yeah, if you're building really big pieces, I mean, you might be able to find some places that sell carbon in wider sections than 60 inches, but I haven't really found any. Most readily available stuff is 50 inches. Then you can sometimes find like 60 and stuff like that. But this will work for me.
One thing I've learned, if Tim can't find it, I'm like 80% sure you won't find it neither.
I do a lot of research. But the squeegee is really nice since I use a Super 77 to hold this layer of carbon down. Super 77 will hold it down, but using the squeegee really helps it to press the resin all the way through through this layer down to the other layer. Somehow I got a hair, probably from mixing. Yeah, get out of here. No hairs. About to make a sticker or something that says only people that follow the channel will get it. Like, what do you mean no hairs? And so after I have all the layers of carbon down, like the center section, all the sides, right now with the carbon, I'm trying to keep the resin pretty thin. But once I have all the layers layered on, I'm gonna layer up like maybe 2 extra final coats of resin just to so it'll make the layers that are like sitting on top of each other, the resin will go over top of them and like kind of even them out. Mm. It is winter time, so you definitely have to make sure that the resin that you have is rated for the temperature that you are like making your part in and everything.
Yeah, because that's what you said, a minimum.
So this is the West System 205 hardener, which I mean you shouldn't really make any parts under like 50 degrees with this stuff. But that's a lot lower than like the really slow, super clear stuff. You can't really make any parts under like 60 or 70 degrees. We shouldn't.
No, since we live on the East Coast in Maryland.
Gets cold.
Yep. Yeah, dude was killing the game in the summer because it was so damn hot.
Yeah, now
stuff would cure all quick.
Wishing for summer back. Yeah, I know. When we were doing this, actually, the very first layer of this panel, the whole hood section,
yeah,
we had to redo what 3 times. Dude, we were about to go home, then we rock paper scissors for it. We'll link back to that episode. It's good. It's a good episode.
Dang, we did. I forgot all about that.
Some tie-on was here. And his girlfriend. Who everybody commented on and made it real weird. Man, you get one new jumpsuit. I'm feeling good. So just to recap, we sanded the last layer of resin on the door and then matte cleared it with all the other, just like all the other panels. And then we went ahead and sanded the third layer of all the carbon and like the weird spots where it all lined up. And then laid the fourth final layer on just the center. What we're gonna do next is at this body line right here, lay that seam. So this will be a second piece of carbon laying down here. Same thing for that side. And then we'll do the same thing, wait for those things to dry up.
Cause it takes like what, out? Like I think it's like 6 to 8 hours.
6 to 8 hours, yeah.
And that's on the warm day.
Yeah, exactly, it's kind of cool. And then finally we'll lay the headlight buckets. And then once all of that is, so this will be a separate piece from this piece. Then once all of that is laid out and done, then we'll do the final like 2 coats of the really clear, slow resin. So we'll have to really pump some heat back here because it needs to be at least like 60 or 70. And then once that's done, sand it all super smooth, matte clear it, and then we just have to brace the inside.
And what are you doing for bracing?
So we're gonna do a couple separate things, but if there's an inside panel here, this little section, we're gonna make a mold of that. We basically use this as the mold like we've been doing, make an inside panel like that and some other stuff. But we need to brace it since it's so wide, it'll wobble.
Oh, you want to prevent it from like concaving in?
Yeah, and under high wind speed and stuff like that.
Oh yes, yeah.
But we'll pretty much probably like box the inside of it where the regular hood would be boxed. And then do some side bracing to brace this shape this way.
And I guess what is the plan for like these little...
And then these will get cut out. And then right now for the ITB setup we have, this one's gonna stay open and then I'm gonna make a little duct, probably. We'll see how long we end up running the ITBs. But this will stay open for the ITBs to intake cold air, and then that one is actually gonna get capped off for now. And once we run the turbo setup,
Whoa,
so we can exit some air through there.
Intercooler, you telling too much. That's a secret.
All right.
Dang.
But
when are you gonna mount the door on?
so I lost my hood hinges. I mean my door hinges. I don't know where they are. So I ordered some new ones off eBay for cheap, but I have to wait for those to come in.
Dang.
Yeah. They're here somewhere, and as soon as I get that door mounted, I'm gonna find them for sure.
Dude, you know that's how it goes.
Yeah. But they were already cut and painted and ready to go, but we got a lot of stuff. All of those bins are full of things. I've looked through all of them. Spent enough time there, so. All right, well, it's the end of this episode.
Oh. If y'all still here, get ready for the next episode.
Ooh,
can't touch.
Some stuff.
Yeah, magic. Carbon fiber. Oh.